Sunday night inventory count, and the candy seller flips a chocolate bar over in his hand. He has priced it, hauled it, hidden it from the heat, and sold hundreds like it, and he suddenly realizes he has no idea where it actually comes from. Cocoa grew on a farm in another hemisphere. A factory somewhere melted, molded, and wrapped it. A warehouse held it, a truck moved it, a distributor sold it to the supermarket, and only then did his backpack enter the story. Every product he has ever sold arrived at the end of a chain he has never seen, and this week he decides to trace one. This is topic 1.8 of AP Business with Personal Finance, the final topic of Unit 1. 2 skills by the end. Describe how businesses choose a production process and build a supply chain for a good or a service, and explain how a business's competitive advantage strategy shapes its supply chain decisions. Practice questions for this topic are in the next video. Let's go. Before anything moves through a chain, somebody has to make it, and production processes span 2 poles. Artisan processes rely on skilled labor and close attention to detail, producing goods in smaller quantities. Mass production processes typically rely on technology, assembly lines, and machinery to produce goods in far larger quantities. Both poles stand at the soccer park every Saturday. The team parent who sells hand-decorated cookies runs an artisan process. Hours of skilled piping per batch, 24 cookies, premium price. The chocolate bars in his cooler are mass production incarnate. Machines poured thousands of identical bars in the time the cookies took to frost. Which pole a business chooses depends on 3 inputs. Customer priorities come first. Buyers who prize customization point toward artisan work. Buyers who prize low price point toward mass production, and quality can come from either pole. Core competencies come second, straight from topic 1.5. Because a business built on handcraft skill should not suddenly pretend to be a factory. And the competitive landscape comes third, from topic 1.2, because entering a market of cheap mass-produced rivals with a mid-priced, mid-quality product satisfies nobody. The cookie parent read all 3 correctly. Parents pay extra for birthday-worthy cookies. Her skill is the decoration, and no rival at the park can copy it. Now the chain itself. A supply chain connects all of the individuals and businesses involved at each stage of producing and distributing a product. From acquiring raw materials to final customer delivery, and a chain can be local, regional, or global. Walk the chocolate bar's chain stage by stage. It starts with raw materials and component parts: cocoa, sugar, milk, wrappers. Those materials are transported to a manufacturing facility where workers and equipment turn them into finished goods. Finished bars travel to a storage facility, a warehouse, where they wait. From storage they move to a distribution center or a retail store, and distribution puts them in front of customers, where a teenager with a backpack becomes the chain's very last link. 2 facilities in that sentence deserve separating. A warehouse emphasizes storage, while a distribution center stores goods and moves them onward to stores and customers. And between the named stages sit intermediaries. A supplier buys materials or goods from one business and sells them to another, and a distributor typically buys finished products from manufacturers and sells them onward to retail stores. The supermarket where he buys his stock stands at the end of exactly that relay. The bar's chain is global by necessity, because cocoa will not grow anywhere near the school. And that single fact ties this topic back to the environmental factors of topic 1.3. Reach is a real decision, because chains can run local, regional, or global. Businesses sometimes reach farther for cheaper resources, and every added border and ocean adds exposure to the political instability and natural disasters that topic 1.3 named as outside forces. His own operation runs both extremes at once, a chain that stretches across an ocean on Friday night and 2 miles from the supermarket to the park on Saturday morning. Services run chains too, and the parts list differs. A service business acquires the employees, the resources, and the delivery systems needed to provide the service to customers, either in person or virtually. The snack box is a service wrapped around goods, and its chain reads cleanly: 2 workers, coolers, an inventory as resources, and a delivery system made of a group chat order form plus a halftime handoff. A tutoring company runs the virtual version, tutors as the employees, lesson materials as the resources, and a video platform as the delivery system. A lawn care crew runs the in-person version, trained workers, mowers, and trimmers, and a scheduling app that routes the trucks. When an exam scenario describes hiring, equipping, and delivering with no factory in sight, it is describing a service supply chain, and the answer names the three parts: people, resources, and a delivery system. Every link in a chain is a choice, and businesses weigh 5 factors when choosing suppliers: cost, quality, efficiency, convenience, and risk. The first 4 are visible on any price sheet and delivery schedule. Risk is the factor that hides. Natural disasters, political instability, resource shortages, production errors, and supplier reputation can all delay delivery or raise costs, and delays and cost spikes threaten both competitive advantage and profits. Key: split order decision. His version of the decision is live right now. The supermarket charges more per bar and never misses, while the wholesale parent offers deeper discounts with a van that has broken down twice this season. Cheap and unreliable against pricier and certain, and a Saturday with an empty cooler earns nothing at all. He splits the order. The wholesaler carries the bulk, and a supermarket run on Friday night backstops the risk. Every one of the 5 factors, plus a backup plan, belongs in a supplier answer. Here is the connection the exam builds questions on. A business's competitive advantage strategy decides what kind of chain it builds. Strategy 1: low prices. These businesses typically choose mass production and build chains focused on reducing costs through cheaper resources and more efficient processes. Some go further and scale. They build new, higher capacity, more efficient chains designed so that revenue increases, outrun cost increases. Put numbers on scaling, because the exam will. A snack operation that doubles its batch size might raise total costs 60%, while revenue rises a full 100%. And that gap between the two growth rates is the entire point of scaling. The mechanism is worth 1 sentence. The second batch reuses the same oven, the same permits, and the same order system, so the costs that stay fixed get spread across twice the units while every unit still sells at full price. Strategy 2: high quality. These businesses, artisan or mass production alike, build chains around high-quality resources and production methods. The cookie parent pays double for real butter, and her chain is 2 suppliers and a home oven tuned entirely for quality. Strategy 3: barriers to entry, straight from topic 1.2. These businesses build chains containing exclusive or restrictive agreements with suppliers or distributors, such as a deal preventing a supplier from selling a key component to rivals, or preventing a retailer from stocking rival products. The candy seller has won without noticing. The league granted him the only vendor permit at the park, an exclusive distribution agreement in a lanyard, and it is the reason no rival cooler can set up on Saturday. Read the 3 strategies together, and the supply chain itself becomes the source of the competitive advantage. A cost-tuned chain can support prices rivals struggle to match. A quality-tuned chain can produce goods rivals struggle to imitate. An exclusivity-tuned chain can leave rivals hunting for suppliers and shelf space. On the exam, be specific about the mechanism. Name which strategy the business runs, then show how a particular chain choice, a cheaper input, a better input, or a locked-up input serves exactly that strategy. Chain questions arrive in 3 shapes, so collect them before the practice video. Shape 1 orders the stages, raw materials through customer, and when a warehouse appears it comes after manufacturing and before distribution. Shape 2 chooses a supplier, and the answer weighs all 5 factors with risk priced in rather than ignored. Shape 3 matches a strategy to a chain design, and the match runs low price to cost cutting, quality to better inputs, and barriers to exclusive agreements. Name the shape first, and the question mostly solves itself. That's topic 1.8, and that's Unit 1. A kid with a backpack became a business with values, partners, rules, and a supply chain. Unit 2 changes the question. He can make the product, price it, and deliver it. Now, who exactly is the customer? What do they actually want, and what convinces them to buy? That is marketing, and it is the whole of Unit 2. The 1.8 practice video and the full Unit 1 playlist are linked on screen. See you next time.